This is what happens when you go from the standard gear on a bicycle to a larger front chain ring. In this case, it's 52 tooth. You can see what happened to the derailleur over here. It should be pointed somewhere down this way. Maybe a little bit of an angle, but certainly not horizontal in the lowest gear. That just doesn't work. What winds up happening is the chain binds up and you can ruin your frame and come to a complete stop. The fix for this is to add links to the chain and make it longer. I can't even move this chain, it's so tight. You can see there's no slack in the chain whatsoever, and there needs to be quite a little bit of slack actually in a chain, because otherwise the chain can snap and then you get even more problems. So I'm gonna add some links to this chain. I'm not sure exactly how many. I increased the number of teeth in the gear by 6. So I'm going to start with half of that in length for the chain. So that means I'm going to add 3 links of chain to the existing chain and see how that works out. So the first thing I'm going to need is some links of chain. So I just bought a compatible chain. This happens to be a 6, 7, 8 gear chain. Chains kind of go by how many gears are in the cassette, and it's roughly about 3/32 in between here. Chains are fairly standard. There are a few different sizes, so make sure if you're doing this that you get the right size chain. That's number one. Next step is to separate the links of the chain. We're going to check in the toolbox here, and we need this part here. This one happens to be a park tool to separate the links of the chain. The way it works is you remove the rivet that holds the chain, and you come back just far enough, you don't knock the rivet completely out, just far enough to break the chain loose, and then go to the other end and do the same thing, removing the links that you need, and then go to the chain on the bicycle and do the same process there. And then the other side of the chain breaker reinstalls, pushes the rivet back into the position it needs to be in to hold the chain together. So it's a kind of a unique tool to chains and bicycles, and it works very well. I always get park tools because park tools are professional quality tools that professionals use. To lengthen the chain, I just performed the same. Oh, that's interesting. I performed the same I performed the same separation of the chain on the bicycle chain as I did with the spare chain that I bought, and I inserted the new links into the existing chain and push everything back together. And now you see I have a nice horizontal chain and a vertical rather than horizontal derailleur arm. So that's what I'm going for, and as you can see, it's on the tallest gear, so the derailleur is still holding tension on the chain, but it has the freedom of movement to get all the way down to the lower gear and still be providing tension to the chain. There's quite a bit of movement from here back, so that maintains tension on the chain but leaves enough slack so that the chain is not going to bind up, snap, or get caught up in the framework here. So that's it. I hope that helps out. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with people if you think it might help someone. And as always, comment as you see fit. Till next time, I'll see you later.